Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Thursday card in this week's tarot story. So today we have the Five of Wands. The number five connects to conflict or challenge, and wands are connected to the element of fire. They're about feeling inspired and excited and impassioned. And the image shows these five youths that are sort of sparring together with wands. So I actually don't see this as conflict. I see this as engagement. They're engaging each other, and as they engage each other and they sort of bring each other to a larger place of passion, they're surfacing new possibilities, new passions. So this is about like engaging others that are equally excited, equally impassioned, and because of that synergy of kind of coming together, you all get better. And the challenge here is sort of like you're crossing over the peak of the trajectory. I talk about the 10 card trajectory being like a mountain. You're climbing up the hill, and at the 5 point, you're at the top of the hill. This is where you have to hit the gas. And once you do, you get over the top of the hill. You get to kind of go down the rest of the hill, the other side. And this is the point where you have to kind of give into your passion, really push it. Not push it, that's a little bit too hot. You have to agree to the natural rising of your passion and engage others, which helps you elevate and expand that passion. So what's interesting is this is the 5 point. Yesterday we had the four of Pentacles. So move from the 4 to the 5, right? And I talked about this in the live stream I just did that was connecting the Christmas story to the first half of Major Arcana. So you can go back and look at that if you want. But I talked about the 4 of the Emperor and the 5 of the Hierophant, and how the 4 is the good father energy, which is the caretaking, taking care of yourself, private space, which is that 4 of Pentacles, attending to your needs, noticing your resources, being mindful of your resources. The 5 is the Hierophant, which brings you into the marketplace where now you're in a public space and you're engaging the world around you. And I talked about how the challenge or the invitation of the Emperor and the Hierophant is you have to toggle back and forth between them. Like you're at home, you get supported, you get empowered, you feel balanced, you got that foundation you're working on. Then you jump into the world, like this card. You jump into the world, you bring your passion, you engage others. You lose energy there. Maybe you get beaten up, maybe you get disappointed. There's things that happen in that public plane because there's a vulnerability and a visibility to that can be challenging. Then you go back to the 4. You're going back and forth between the 5 and the 4, the 5 and the 4. So I feel like at the 4 point yesterday, we were talking about balance, conserving your resources, keeping track of them. Here we're talking about expending your resources, pushing and letting yourself thrive. The reason we can do this here is because we did yesterday's work, right? You can't do just 5s. You can't just be impassioned and on fire and moving all the time. And like the Empress, you can't just which was our Tuesday card, you can't just constantly birth. You can't, not if you're in the physical plane. So you have to birth and rest, right? Yesterday we rested. Today there is something like a birth in the 5 of Wands, birthing passion, letting it come to a different level. So today the invitation would be like, yeah, you feel kind of rested. You feel like you saved up some energy from yesterday. You feel like you had a good snack and had a good rest. What do you want to do today? How do you want to kind of engage that passion again? Because again, the idea is not that you live in a stable place, right? It's that we're expanding, then stabilizing, expanding, then stabilizing, right? That's the journey of the Major Arcana. You have to do both. And for those of us who tend to identify with expansion, which is me, sometimes we forget to stabilize. So it's good to have both those lessons sort of backing each other. Today is just about expansion. I'll see you for tomorrow. Bye.